gravitational force that is due to the mass of the interacting bodies, which has made us so comfortable, which has made our life less tedious. The physical science helps us to understand the non-living world at the microscopic wartime, right from the preparation of bombs. Bohr's theory of atomic structure is very, very famous. Hello students, this is SD Sir from the Temple of Excellence, Vidhyaashram, Pre-University, Mysuru. Conclusive session on the chapter Physical World. All through earlier, we have learned what is science, what is physics, the significance of understanding science, and the contribution of physics to the benefit of the society. And in yesterday's session, we also learnt about the nature of physical laws, how physical laws accomplish the study of physical processes. My today's session is only an analytical description where we try to understand what is technology, inventions, and we try to understand a few bit of inventions with its inventor, and try and complete the discussion on the chapter Physical World. To begin with, students, let us try to understand few terms here. The first one, technology. And the answer I have written here is reference to know the term, which means to say technology is one aspect of life which has made us so comfortable, which has made our life less tedious and less time consuming. See, for example, if you go back to the period where information was carried through the pigeons, later half where we have postal letters, today where you have your Gmails, your internet, your Wi-Fi's, that is technology. Previously, when a death intimation was given through postal letters, people used to reach 2 or 3 days after the funeral. But now it is not like that. Everything is instant. From the time where we are using vacuum tubes, diodes, triodes, to the time today we have our integrated chips. We say technology is updated. So what is technology? It is the better usage of science to reduce the complications of daily life activities. better usage of science to reduce complexities of daily life activities, which means to say, using science to make a daily life activity simple, luxurious, and comfortable. The next one. Now, we will try to establish the wartime and maritime application of physics. Wartime applications are those applications of physics in battlefields, whereas maritime is the natural application of physics. Wartime, you know, right from the preparation of bombs, right from the preparation of nuclear weapons, fighter aeroplanes. You know, today India is equipped with Rafale planes, the fighter jets. And not only that, things which assist war modes like wireless communications, transportations. So in all these fields, physics has made a significant contribution. Missile technology, head-to-head missile takers, missile bunkers. So these are all the wartime applications of physics. Then if you go to maritime, general applications right from navigation, communication, global instincts, we have the maritime applications of physics. Proceeding with, now let us try to differentiate the biological and physical sciences. Students, biological science is to understand the behavior of a living world, whereas physical science is understanding the nature, the non-living world at the subatomic level. Therefore, we say biological sciences deals with living things, whereas physical sciences, they deal with non-living things. So biological science is to understand the aspects of the living world, right from the bacteria to the human beings. Whereas physical science is to understand the aspects of the non-living things. The study of biological specimens at molecular level, behavior of a specimen right with respect to its molecule to the higher understanding. Study of matter at the subatomic level. So basically, biological science helps us to understand the living world, whereas the physical science helps us to understand the non-living world at the microscopic, which is also called the subatomic domain. Simple? Now, as I told, contributions from physics. One scientist from each of the following countries who have won the Nobel Prize. Japan, it is Yukawa, scientist from Japan named Yukawa for the discovery of elementary particles called mesons. So Yukawa is a Japanese scientist who was awarded the Nobel Prize for his discovery of the elementary particles called mesons. England, James Chadwick. All of you are more familiar with Chadwick, discovery of neutrons. India, Dr. C.V. Raman, the more famous scattering of light. USA, Feynman for his contribution to classical physics. What are the main changes in our basic perception in the last few centuries? In the sense, probably this I put across as an assignment for y'all. After having advanced with science and technology, what is the perception we had about science and development? How do you say science is a boon as well as a curse to the society? I want you all to analyze that. These are a few discoveries again. Who discovered X-rays? X-rays were discovered by the scientist William Röntgen and Mr. Einstein. He has placed his hands in all forms of physics and is very famous for theory of relativity. Heisenberg, uncertainty principle, where clearly he says position and momentum of a particle cannot be measured simultaneously. This is again the fundamental forces I mentioned in yesterday's session. The four fundamental forces: strong nuclear force, electromagnetic force, weak nuclear force, gravitational force. Which is the weakest force in nature? Gravitational force, that is due to the mass of the interacting bodies. Which is the strongest force in nature? It is the strong nuclear force. Computer was discovered by Charles Babbage. Transistor by Bardeen. Bulb, Thomas Alva Edison. Telegraph, telephone, Graham Bell, Marconi. So these are again a few inventions. Again a few more inventions. Niels Bohr, very specific to the structure of an atom, Bohr's theory of atomic structure is very, very famous. Lorentz, discovery of an accelerator called cyclotron. Becquerel, discovery of radioactivity. Galileo, principle of inertia. Bragg, structure of X-rays. Unified field theory. So this session is purely an amalgamation of invention and inventors. So the same thing again. So students, I want you all to take note of this. Write down the name of the inventor and the invention. Probably ask for 1 mark in the examination. So in this entire chapter, critically we have analyzed what actually is a physical world. What actually is physics, which is fuses? Why physics plays such an important role in understanding the physical world? How physics has contributed to the development of the society. Is science really a boon to the human world? Is science really a curse to the human world? Think deep on these questions. I end up the session with these questions. Next, I come up with the numericals. Until then, have a nice time. Thank you.